But Stack, we got a date, and what I'm referring to is the Canelo fight. But we also
Yes,
received
sir.
another update to it too, right? Now it's not going to be Jermall Charlo. We were talking about this on
Male.
Thursday. We're like, it's the smaller brother. He'd be going up 2 weight classes. Now they're talking about it's going to be Jermell Charlo. So he's the undisputed champ. Canelo's the undisputed champ. This is actually going to be the first time 2 undisputed champs face each other in the 4-belt era. What are your thoughts now with those changes?
I mean, I like it. I like it better. I mean, he's coming off a hand injury, but I spent some time with him, and he's in great shape, bro. He ready to fight. Undisputed against undisputed. I think that's dope. I think that's what the fans want to see. Gonna give the fans a great fight. Canelo haven't been pushed by too many guys. Mel gonna push him. Canelo's still a stronger fighter, I think. But the things that Mel can do in the ring, you know, the different punches he gonna bring, it's gonna be a great, exciting fight, man. I don't know who's gonna win it yet, because I still want to do a little homework. I still want to watch some more Canelo fights and watch Mel fights, so I can gauge them two going against each other. But it's gonna be a great fight. You know, I'm definitely going with Mel. That's Texas. That's my little brother. Right. But definitely a great fight for the fans.
Yeah, I mean, Stack, you're emerging as one of the top boxing voices, which is pretty cool. It's actually something that I wanted to do. I'm not jealous or envy of you, Stack, but it's something that I tried to get done. Like six years ago, I was like, yo, I really want to get in boxing. So it is impressive seeing how you've been able to navigate your way through boxing over the last 2 years, and the shows that you're producing is pretty dope. For people that don't know, this is an interesting matchup. This is an interesting fight. Ashley, we spent time with the twins, me and D-Jack, maybe a month and a half ago. That was a legendary episode for us. And we also hung out with them in Vegas. So, you know, and we know them. So we know the backstory. The bigger brother, Jermall, was supposed to fight. Hold on, we got instead of Jermall. Yeah, we got this correct. Jermall was supposed to fight Canelo, as you guys are saying.
Right.
And this has been something they've been working on for the past year or two. Right, he's the bigger brother, he's the older brother, he's the stronger one. They're in different classes, they have different skill sets, and Canelo, right, is in a different stratosphere. So this is going to be a tough fight for Jermell. Now, Jermall, the reason why he hasn't been fighting, and he spoke about this publicly, and he spoke about this on our platform, he's been dealing with his own personal challenges, shit that we all deal with, things that's happening at home. You know, he's taking care of his children, he's taking care of himself. So he's been on ice for 2 years. So when that came out, I was like, this doesn't make sense, because when we talked, he was like, yo, I got to get a couple warm-up fights, and then I want this. So he was talking about Canelo just 6 weeks ago. But his brother, and it's interesting, you see them two going back and forth, Stack, where he's like, nah, bro, like, you know, that's me. And he's like, nah, I need to get him right now. I'm going to do this for us, right? That's the big fight. It's going to be a big bag. And so he's been trying to get this Canelo fight before his brother get off of ice. So this is going to be interesting, because this is not how it's supposed to happen. Jermell, he's a different breed. This dude is the type of guy, Stack, as you know, that he'll fight to the death. And I think that's the thing that he has going for him. But when we talk about pound for pound, we talking about skill for skill, man, Canelo has the edge. And this is the homie, but I got to keep it real.
Yeah, Stack. I want to really get your thoughts on this, because I mean, Brandon made the best point there. We're talking about Canelo Alvarez. He's arguably one of the best pound for pound fighters of all time. Not to mention that, you know, he really fighting him at 168. You know, he's typically fighting at 175. He's almost even dipped into cruiserweight. We're talking about 200 pounds, and he's a guy. He probably walks around at 200
And Mel's
pounds.
never fought over 170.
Never fought over 170. Yeah. So I mean, he's also moving up in a weight class to fight Canelo. Like, what's going to be Charlo's game plan? Like, what does he have to do if he wants to, you know, come out victorious against Canelo? Because to me, it has nothing to do with skill. We're talking about guys who are just at different sizes.
Well, it's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be a grind for him. You know, definitely gonna be his biggest payday. That's one plus out. It's gonna be the biggest payday. But I think the fight with Canelo is just a stronger puncher. He's just a bigger guy, and he's gonna have to withstand a lot of punches and a lot of pain, because not only is he strong, but Canelo is fast too.
Yeah.
You know, he got quick hands, and over the years his defense has become better. So with Mel going up to fight him, and Canelo has went up and waiting for bigger guys and been able to take those punches, and those guys couldn't knock him out. I think Mel has to come with a different game plan that nobody expects and pull a rabbit out of his hat, because this is going to be the toughest fight of his career. And, the odds and the way you're looking at it is looking like it's going to be an easy win for Canelo.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. I never go against the culture. I'm always going to bet with us, right?
Of course.
And so I'm going with Mel. And as we talk about, the size, maybe this is a pause moment. I don't know. Let you guys be the judge. But you got to note that Jermell is taller, a couple inches, 2.5 inches, and has a longer reach. So he does have that advantage. But when Stack is talking about size, like, he's just heavier. Like you said it, Corey, he walks around heavier. He's fought at 175. And that one of his losses, Canelo, I don't know if it was his only loss, but that was the problem. He went up too much.
Yeah.
Right. But this dude is a dog. And so is Mel, though.
He still didn't get hurt in those fights, though. He wasn't hurt in those fights.
He really held
Right.
his own. Yeah.
Right. I was shocked. I mean, you think about Canelo, you think about dude being undefeated. And it's interesting how boxing is now, Stack. If you lose a fight, it's like you're over. Like, if Gervonta Davis lose a fight, everybody's like, oh, he's not Gervonta Tank Davis. What's your thoughts around, being undefeated or maybe losing one or two? Are you still that guy if you drop one? If Canelo or Jermell dropped it, loses, well, someone has to lose. Are they still that guy?
Yeah, they still. I mean, I've never been the guy that respects boxers that hide behind that O and try to protect that O, because in order to be the best, you got to fight the best. Everybody has lost. Right, but that don't take away from, if you lose to the greats, that don't take anything away from you. You lost to one of the best ever,
right.
But you're still one of the best ever because you got in that ring to fight. Why you think Marvin Hagler? He's not as known and talked about as Sugar Ray Leonard, but he's respected the same because they know he got in there with all the greats. And he is one of the greats. But I think for the most part, we getting away from that era where guys are trying to protect that. Oh. Right. We're getting into the era where guys are willing to fight. That's Bud Spencer era where guys are willing to fight and give the fans what they want to see and get those big paydays. You know what I'm saying? But they want to test their skills in this era, and I love that. And the fact that Mel is taking this challenge to it is showing that we getting out of that era of guys protecting their O's.
I gotta be honest with you, Stack. If I was a fighter, I would embrace the Floyd Mayweather approach, right? And Floyd was very strategic on who he fought and when he fought him. When he fought Sugar. When he fought Shane Mosley, when he fought Pacquiao, when he fought some of these guys, like, he made sure it was the perfect time for him. Look, it's a business. I keep saying that, and hopefully these guys don't go too far left where it's like, forget this. I want to go and fight against the best. If you have that on your side, bro, there could be some big business opportunities for you. You saw what Floyd was able to accomplish throughout his career, and he's still going. So I know you might not respect it, bro, but, like, we're talking about fighters making 50. Because, like, if you take a loss, now how do you get to making $50 million, a fight? Like, that's what I'm trying to aim for. That's what Tank trying to aim for.
But you got to think about this, B. Everybody's not Floyd Mayweather. Everybody's not flamboyant. Everybody can't be who Floyd is. Like, Floyd was that naturally. So he sold himself, and he understood that. A lot of these fighters don't think that. A lot of these fighters don't have no social media presence, which they need today.
That's
a lot of them don't understand how to promote themselves, right? So just like Regis Progress says, he's like, I'm not really in protecting no O either. I want the big fights. They want these big fights because they know they can protect that O for 10, 15 years and won't get those big money fights. The big money fights is risking that O, and I think they understand that.